First and foremost, guys, we got a little bit of a new setup here. And I want to welcome you guys back to another BMB podcast. As always, Shelton Powell.
Mario, he, him, for today.
For today?
Yeah, for today. We have to clarify.
No comment? I mean, if you guys have been sent to the channel, you've been watching everything, huge shout out to you guys. As always, leave a comment down below letting us know what topics you want us to cover. Tag the special guests that you guys want to see on the pod. We want to get a lot more people on here, so whoever you want to see on here, even if it's yourself, tag yourself 10 times and we'll get you on. But yeah, let's not waste too much time on that. Let's get straight into it. We obviously just had Canada Day. July 4th also passed yesterday.
Yeah, shout out to the American people.
Yeah, shout out to the Americans.
I'll be there next year.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we'll be able to celebrate. Or
Potentially,
we'll see.
I mean, I'm trying to work on like the whole immigration thing, so
Yeah, true.
we'll see what that looks like. But it's hella difficult to like work through immigration. Like when I called the lawyers and stuff like that, they literally told me, the thing is I already knew this, but they said, oh, you can't just move somewhere because you feel like it. You know what I mean?
I wish it was that easy.
Yeah, but isn't it that easy for Dubai and stuff like that?
It's definitely easier than the States.
Yeah.
I think the States is definitely trying to limit as many people as they can.
Yeah.
Just because they have a lot of trespassers right now that they're trying to deal with.
But bro, at least coming from Canada, like
Yeah. It shouldn't be an issue, but
cut us some slack, man.
facts.
Yeah. But I don't know, crazy situation there. Like, but you know, the only types of visas they have, obviously aside from like if you're going to school or like a work visa, is like you have, well, I mean, obviously I'm not a lawyer, like a professional, but based on what I've seen and like the options for me, you just have like an investor visa, and like that's pretty much about it.
Investor visa's fresh.
Yeah, but the thing is, in our situation, it doesn't really make sense. You have to invest $80,000 to $100,000 into like a startup company, or like into opening a business in the States.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you could put that money together and do it or whatever. But like, you're basically just trying to buy stuff for no reason, unless you're actually legitimately opening a business over
I
there.
already asked you this, but you can't put it down on a house, right, and say that's an investment?
No, unless it's not residential, commercial.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that we could do that.
Yeah.
I think in order to be a commercial, it has to be a 5-plex or a 4-plex. I'm not too sure,
Yeah.
but that's like the minimum requirement. So, I mean, that's doable. In the States, it depends the region, but you could find one for like $400K.
Yeah, it's definitely doable. Just I think it doesn't make sense
Definitely
for
doesn't make sense.
what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The other option though was
I'm just saying if worst comes to worst.
yeah, true. But the other option is something that's doable. It's just if we own a business and a large majority of our clientele is in the States and we sell into the States, that we could potentially, you know, work
in our
towards getting a
case is
visa there
that-
or whatever. What was that?
Like in our case, it is.
Yeah, which, you know, is the case scenario. So I don't know. I'm going to talk to them again and see what I can do. But the thing is, they make that stuff so complicated for no reason. Yeah.
We have a few topics here. You want to start off with Elon versus Zuckerberg?
Elon versus Zuck. To be honest, I feel like nowadays, they're going to go into the octagon.
If it does happen, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Dana White said he's actually talking to them. Like, they're for real.
Yeah. Who said that they were training Elon?
The French guy.
Oh, George St-Pierre.
Yeah.
Yeah. From Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nelf Boys interviewed him.
Yeah, that's crazy. Bro, to be honest, I feel like nowadays, like that whole fighting scene and like the boxing stuff and whatever, like, I feel like that industry just has so much money.
Yeah.
Like, bro, fighters get paid like 50 mil for like a fight. You know what I mean? Like, that stuff is so crazy, and I feel like everybody's kind of just trying to jump into it.
I mean, the YouTube stuff is dying down.
Yeah, for
Jake
sure.
Paul's fighting someone big. I think
Nate
in
Diaz?
August. Is it?
Yeah.
It's Nate Diaz, and then he has another match versus Tommy Fury, I think.
Again?
Yeah, I think
thing
he
is-
said. I think they're fighting in August, and then he said right after that he wants to rematch Tommy Fury. I think it's September or October, right after.
But the thing is, bro, Nate Diaz is not even a boxer.
To be honest, I don't even follow all that shit.
Yeah, bro, he fights UFC.
Saren.
Yeah.
Isn't he retired, or he just hasn't fought in a while?
I don't know.
Because I remember he used to fight way back.
Yeah, I have no clue, but bro, yeah, that whole YouTube thing though, like, guys made a lot of money. Like, matter of fact, most people ended up making more money than they were making in their YouTube careers.
For sure. KSI, Logan Paul, they all made a bag.
Yeah,
Jake Paul's actually serious with it though.
yeah, crazy.
And I don't know if you saw Andrew Tate was supposed to fight Jake Paul. Like, they signed the contract, but then he went to jail.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd actually want to see that happen.
Yeah, same. It'd be entertaining. But yeah, that sign, he said they were going to fight in November of this year.
Yeah.
But then now he's on house arrest and all that, so he didn't get to train and everything. And then, I don't know, he was saying, like, he won't be good to fight till, like, a year or two.
Andrew?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Huh.
And then he said, by the time I'm almost 40, so it's not worth. I don't know if he was trying to back down. He also said that he said something so it tempts them to not put it down. I think he was like, give me like 10 mil up front or something.
Yeah.
And then they're like, bet Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And he was surprised, he said. And then from there, he was like, he signed the contract.
No.
But he said that to give the money up front because he thought that would make them not do it.
Mm.
But yeah, that's funny.
Crazy. No, so
who you got, Elon versus or Zuck?
that's ridiculous. 100%.
Yeah.
But like, I don't even want to doubt Elon and stuff like that. But yo, to be honest, like, he's a smart guy. He's the type to I don't know, put you like some crazy headlock or something.
Did you see his signature move?
No.
The walrus.
Oh.
He said his signature move's the walrus. He'll just sit on you and you can't breathe because it's that shit.
Bro, I don't know. But let me ask you this question. So you know how people like always debate like, oh, getting like a sports car, like, well, not even getting a sports car, but getting a car, the objective is to get you from point A to point B.
Yeah.
What do you think about that whole thing?
Like just getting a sports car instead of a regular car? I mean, people get sports cars, I think, for self-accomplishments, but also to show off, like, I'm that guy, right? So the whole point of a sports car is to show people that you're a high value guy and you have high status as well, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely fresh, but the whole meaning of a car is to just get in the car, drive, and get to your destination.
Sure.
So I think getting it is kind of to flex and also obviously to be proud of yourself. Like, you're not just getting it for people, you're also getting it for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much everyone's goal, I would think, to get a Lambo, right?
Yeah.
So I would still get one and I see no problem with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, whoever says the whole point of a car is to get from point A to B, I think it's just a brokey and giving excuses to not get a car.
Bro, you know what I realized? So like, you see when you get on the ramp on the highway?
Yeah.
Yo, sometimes you actually need a sports car. Like, there's actually certain situations.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, okay, bro, obviously I don't have a Lambo, but like, you know, the Tesla moves a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, sometimes I get on the ramp, I'm like, bro, if I actually had a shit car, I would have maybe done it.
Yo, today in traffic with my Corolla, you know, you're trying to switch lanes quickly. Yeah. So I'm fully paused, right? Trying to switch lanes.
But you're trying to speed up into the other lane?
Yeah, exactly, to do it quickly. Bro, I press on the thing, it's not moving.
Yeah, bro. Does that happen to you that you feel like the engine's going to blow up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always hear it roaring.
Yeah.
Doing some funny noise. It's hilarious.
But yeah, even on that note, I was having this conversation the other day. And bro, I actually came to the realization that the thing that Sebastian said is facts. Just like about, you know, being able to have 300,000 to put into a car. You know what I mean? Like, it's facts. I feel like
I don't know how he got finished off for that. Because as soon as I heard it, I'm like, I didn't even think twice. I'm like, yeah, this guy's speaking facts.
But it also comes from the type of mindset that you have.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? But like, I thought about it realistically. Like, bro, if you can figure out how to make 100K a month, which, like, if you break it down, like, it's 10K 10 times. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you can't make 10K 10 times, like, over the span of 30 days, like, especially when you're late in your career, but like, especially when you're much later in your career, like, I don't understand how some people view it as like, oh, like, it's not doable or not achievable. Like, it has to be the most achievable thing. Like, bro, even if you really look at it from the standpoint of not being able to financially afford it, but like taking out a loan, let's say you put 100K down, it's 200K.
Yeah.
Like, your 100K loan might add up to like 1,500 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which, like, is affordable for anybody.
Yeah.
For the most part, you know? So there's that, and all you have to do is just have 100K liquid from that.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I just find it crazy that like the way people look at it and the perspective, like, what he was saying, yeah, it 100% makes sense. Like, how do you get bashed for that?
He said, what did he say? He said, if you're in your mid-20s and you don't have a Lambo, you should seriously reconsider.
Yeah.
So basically he's saying if you're in your mid-20s and don't have 200K, around 200K, then you should reconsider. I think it's facts. Like, if you're a guy, like, that aims at high goals, you know? Like, thrives for big achievements, I think that's definitely doable. And again, you're just a brokey if you see that big number and say that's impossible. Because at 21, I'm almost there.
Yeah.
So I don't see the issue. And it's not like I'm doing anything crazy.
Yeah. Like, no, but bro, I don't know. And I feel like something that I really thought about nowadays, and we had this conversation the other day, is I feel like oftentimes people are too sensitive to numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like, certain people just hear certain things and it'll trigger them based off, like, just numbers, right? But I feel like it stems from insecurity.
Insecurity and low-key jealousy, too.
Yeah.
It could be jealousy. I don't think a lot of people, it's mostly jealousy. I think it is insecurity.
Yeah. But, like, even anybody in their employment, like, why is it made a thing that, like, your income is so personal?
Confidential.
Yeah.
You know, I could go in the system and check.
Exactly. So that's the thing. Like, you could pretty much, and not only that, like, even at base, like, you could do a Google search of what is the average salary for, you know, this profession or this profession. And obviously, it'll give you like a wide range. Like, it could be anywhere from, let's say, 70,000 to 150,000. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, even if that was the range, you have it exactly.
Yeah, and then you can break it down like this teacher's been teaching for 5 years, so it should be in like, let's say,
exactly
80 bracket. So yeah, I don't get why people are so sensitive about numbers. Like, I have no problem telling you how much I make a month, how much I make a day, how much I make a year. I just tend to not share that just because it may seem like I'm showing off. Yeah. Which
comes down to the type of person you're speaking to, though.
Exactly. But like, obviously, I'm not like a guy that shows off numbers or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just I see the other person. Yeah. And I know how they may feel, so I just like to not share numbers, just to look like an arrogant.
But I mean, you post numbers on Twitter all the time.
Yeah, on Twitter, because my following is based off of high numbers. That's how you get interactions, and also everyone's traders, so
exactly
they're used to high numbers as well.
Exactly.
I did stop sharing. I don't know if you noticed. Like, I haven't posted a screenshot in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
But you posted on IG like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I did post on IG 2 days ago, but that was just an update for.
Yeah. That was for the people who care, you know?
I did get messages, pretty much a lot of people asking if there's a course and shit. But I'm like, nah.
Yeah. Because, I don't know, like, basically, like, one thing that I've heard that I feel like I could definitely relate a lot to is people say, like, if you were broke and you were going to be like, yeah, I'm broke, then everybody would laugh at you. Yeah. You know? But then if you go and you say, yeah, I'm rich, it's like you're cocky. Yeah. You know, and like you're not humble, whatever, this and that. And you get caught all these things. And I feel like it really comes down to like knowing who your circle is and knowing the type of people that you could share certain information with. Like, at the end of the day, like, you have to be able to assume certain relationships with different people. And the difficult part is like staying true to yourself at the same time. Like, I hate having fake relationships. Yeah. I hate not being able to show off who I am just because I need to maintain a certain image. Yeah. You know, and that's why, like, I had a big problem with my YouTube channel. Like I was just making those videos every single week, and I'm still going to come out with some educational videos and really get back into it, like, over the course of this month and, like, moving into August, and, like, hopefully by the end of the year, then, you know, my page can get monetized. But the thing is, like, I had a big problem with it because I felt like the videos I was releasing was portraying a fake image of me. And a lot of people that would end up meeting me after would be like, oh, you're not who I thought you were. You know, like, even from seeing my Instagram page and seeing the little TikToks that I made and, like, those little reels that I posted.
By the way, like, did they think you were richer than you were showing, or like?
No, just my personality.
Oh, okay.
Not even a matter of finance.
They thought you were a cocky guy, like, from your videos, or
not in a matter of, like, well, yeah, cocky could be one thing, but not only that, it's like people would expect me to be a serious person and always speak, like, from a business perspective, and, like, that's just not me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna still go out, I'm gonna still do bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I have to maintain like a certain brand image for myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I really struggled, because like when I make those educational videos, there's no real insight on my life and it doesn't display who I am as a person. So it's very easy for people to get a quick image of me and portray like something of me that I'm not.
Yeah.
Which is why like I want to move into the lifestyle content, and I want to have a little bit more, like, I guess you could say natural and like genuine content that people will watch and be like, oh, that's who he is, you know, that's what he does. And like, okay, you know, this guy knows how to have fun still.
Yeah, I feel like it should always be that. Like, for example, I'm looking to get pretty serious onto YouTube early next year, or by the end of the year, we'll see.
Yeah.
Definitely by next year, just because everything we're talking about behind the scenes would be very ideal. And I'm looking to do content just based on who I am, and who I am to me is a good person. Share a lot of knowledge.
World tour.
Tout le monde. Giving away money to strangers, a lot of philanthropy stuff. And we'll push that next year. But I think it's just very important to just portray who you are, because you look at Jordan Welch and Beza, all these e-com guys, like I think they're the same people in person.
But then again, you wouldn't even know.
I wouldn't know, but like based off their, because it was your Instagram too, but based on their IG, they're the same on YouTube, right?
Well, you know what though? Here's the thing too, and I feel like that's why Jordan kind of switched up his content, because bro, when I first got into e-com and I seen his videos, and mind you, like I've had conversations with him on IG, right? Like there was multiple situations, like there was a whole thing with the viral vault thing that took a turn with like him and his business partner or whatever. But around that time, I remember he posted a YouTube video saying that like, oh, when he was getting back on YouTube, he didn't want to be doing the same thing in the same educational videos. And that's exactly like how I feel right now. You know, and like he was much bigger at the time that he said that. I think probably 10, 20,000 subs.
But not even more, no?
Not back then.
Really?
Nah, not back then. 10, 20,000 subs from just the e-com stuff.
Okay, and maybe he ran that up to $1 million.
He ran it up to $1 million off like the new content. You know, and it's just like, that's kind of how I feel. Like I don't want to just be known as like, oh, she's in drop shipping. You know, like I want to be known for
your name.
Exactly. And like for being able to do certain things that I've done. Right. And obviously e-com is one avenue. And especially like drop shipping specifically. Like to be honest, I don't even care to be known just within e-com. I just don't want to be related to as a drop shipper. That's my thing.
Makes sense.
So hopefully, like, you know, like as of right now, my life's not all that interesting for me to go on and vlog and stuff like that. So I take advantage of what I can take advantage of. But then the thing is, I have videos that don't end up getting posted, hence like the apartment vlog, right? Which, like I said, like I don't see the purpose of me going out and just dropping one video and then I don't have more content to go post. And so I'm just right now personally, like the past couple months just prioritized the business, prioritized that, and didn't want to spend my eggs into, you know, the channel step, because I knew I couldn't invest that much time, that much energy into actually making it work. So now I'm like, okay, we're getting to a point where, you know, we're moving into different offers, we're moving into different services. And once it officially releases, I really want to prioritize just content, lifestyle. And I feel like my viewers and people that, you know, watch my channel will appreciate that more than just me saying like, you know, click this button and get a TikTok ad video, put it together, and find a creator. You know what I mean?
Oh, that makes sense. I have a few topics here. Did you want to talk about the celebrity party? Would you want to show up to one day?
I'm down to show up to one, but here's the thing, like, whenever I see stuff like that, I'm genuinely scared.
Why? I'm talking about the Michael Rubin.
Yeah. Whenever I see stuff like that, I'm genuinely scared, because I remember I heard a story, and it was basically these two girls, right? They got invited to some celebrity party. I don't remember like the full story or exactly how it goes, but point being is they got invited to a celebrity party, and when they got there, they had to sign an NDA. Right? And there was like crazy stuff written down in the NDA. You know what I mean? Like just crazy shit. And it's like, why would you sign that off? I'm pretty sure it was basically just shit saying like, if I'm not mistaken, like I don't remember completely, but I know it was like as raw as this, like basically saying like, yo, if you come to this place like and you get raped, like you can't tell anyone, or, like it won't be valid like in the court of law and shit like that. Like you can't talk on it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like just crazy shit like
Were
that.
they celebrities or were they?
Like I don't think they were celebrity status yet, but I think they were just like influencers. Yeah, up and coming. I heard this story like a long time ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was specifically rape, but it was something around like that gruesome type shit. And it was that fucked up. And so,
I mean, that party happens once a year, so it probably was that.
the Michael Luma one.
Yeah, he throws one every year.
Yeah, I don't think it was that party, but there's multiple celebrity parties.
Okay.
You know, so that was one of the things. And then I think they also mentioned that like, I'm pretty sure they had to take a needle too.
So
They had to take like a needle for something
what the hell?
to like go in. Like there was shit that they had to do in order to get in. You know?
So weird.
Yeah.
Because Michael Rubin, it's all his boys,
Yeah.
and then obviously there's girls there too. But it was crazy. There was a bunch of NBA players, a bunch of football players, bunch of rappers,
Yeah.
Hollywood stars.
Yeah, bro.
Just a mix of everything. There was like OBJ, D-Book.
Yeah, I seen
There was
the
the Kardashians. Jenner.
yeah. Yeah, I saw Lala Anthony.
Yeah, there was that famous actor, guy from Titanic.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, I'm such a dumbass forgetting his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's such a weird mix.
Yeah.
Like some 20-year-olds, 40-year-olds.
Yeah, bro. Me, I'm just not down. I'm just not. Well, here's the thing. I would go if all that extra shit wasn't involved. But like, that stuff kind of just scares me because it just reminds me of like Illuminati and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, I didn't know that was a thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I see a bunch of fresh people there. Like, I'm down to go.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I'd be down to go if I didn't feel like I was getting attacked by the Illuminati.
For sure.
Not saying that that's what that was, but
Yeah.
you know. So, yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about it, because I saw all the pictures and stuff like that, and it just reminded me of that story. And I'm like, you know,
We got the forest fires
Yeah.
/ heat waves / climate change.
yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, the people from the States have been messaging me saying like, "Oh, am I okay?"
No way.
Yeah, I don't know what the headlines are saying. Like, I'm very much alive. Thank you. But we go outside, we smell it sometimes.
Yeah.
Is it still ongoing?
I know it was like 3 weeks ago. Then it left for a week. Then it came back last week. Now we're good.
Yeah, it smelled it last week.
Yeah.
I heard that there was one day Toronto had the worst air quality in the world.
Yeah, and then another day was Montreal. And then another day was Ottawa, like 3 weeks back.
Yeah.
I know New York is getting the worst of it in the States.
Hold on.
I think the West is fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest.
I don't think it's pretty bad in Alberta. I don't know about BC. To be honest, I don't know how all that shit works.
Yeah, there was even a tornado in Alberta last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But yeah.
But Alberta's getting fucked, man. Like they had fires, and then they had the tornado last week. Like they're getting destroyed. When the winter comes, they get fucked up by the winter.
Yeah. I mean, you've been seeing a lot of headlines about climate change now.
Yeah.
This whole heat wave. What do you think about that?
You know, they said that I think yesterday, July 4th, it was either July 4th, July 3rd, was the hottest day like globally.
Record, yeah. I saw that.
Yo, I don't mind global warming.
Global warming's fine by me.
Yeah, like, I don't mind it. Obviously, I understand like the impact, I guess, that they say that it can have on the ecosystem and all that.
Yeah.
I think from a selfish perspective, like, I wouldn't mind if we didn't have winter,
For sure.
you know? But at the end of the day, like, kind of is what it is. And they're always talking about, like, we have to do what we can to save the earth and this and that. But I think there's far worse things going on the earth than, like, pollution.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, they say we're killing the planet. Whatever that girl's name is, fucking Greenberg.
Greta?
Greta?
The...
Yeah,
it was Greta.
what's her last name? Steinberg?
Yeah. Greta Thunberg or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Like, I kind of believe that, like, a lot of that shit's, like, bullshit. Like,
Greta Thunberg.
I don't know. She's weird. Like, yeah. Fascism, bro. Like, nah, like, all the shit she posts, like, I don't advocate that stuff. I'm not gonna lie. And, like, I'm not gonna say global warming's fake, but at the same time, like I said, there's far worse things going on in the world. Like, bro, some people are getting killed outside for just being black. You know what I mean? Or, like, just being of, like, a different race. So,
but yo, you know what's funny? We're talking about pollution. You know, pollution's an issue with, like, it's only an issue with the big corporations, right? Like, they're the ones doing the actual noticeable pollution. Like, the average Joe doesn't do shit.
yeah, and to be honest,
and they own the medias. They say push this narrative, and they're the problem.
fuck paper straws, okay? Like, if paper is recyclable and plastic's recyclable, why the fuck are we gonna use paper?
Facts. Yeah, you know, I genuinely get cheese when I get a paper straw.
Yeah, that shit happened to me yesterday. I got bubble tea, bro. The straw was paper. I'm like, since when the fuck does bubble tea? I swear. Yeah, I actually fumed. Like, I was fucking. Chat time.
Yeah, they're boycott.
Yeah, fuck them. Yo, I swear I was fuming, bro. Like, I saw it, like, I wanted to throw it.
Yeah, I swear I get actually cheesed. Like, I don't get cheesed, but that's one thing that gets me cheesed.
Bro, the Starbucks ones has to be the worst. Like, they have to be the worst straws.
It's at the theater.
Yo, fuck the theater, bro.
I guess so mad.
Bro, man, I bring my water bottle to the theater.
Because you know, like, the theater, it's a 3-hour movie, right?
Yeah.
So you try to, like, you're using the straw and you try to make the drink last for the 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
So after, like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it's done.
Bro, those straws, nah, the second I put it in my Starbucks, bro, it's done. I stopped going there. Fuck that.
Fuck all.
I'm not going there. Bro.
For the turtles, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, what does it do, though?
I actually have no clue.
Yeah,
someone explained it to me. I think it made sense, but...
Bro, it doesn't make sense. Turtles eat cactuses, bro. You tell me they can eat a cactus, they can't eat a straw?
No, but it gets caught in their, the carapace.
What is the
fucking thing on the bread?
How does it get caught in it?
I have no clue. I think that's what it is. Or I don't think they choke on it. Maybe it might be that. I don't know. I'm not educated. I don't give a shit about all that stuff, to be honest.
So, to be honest, the animals just shouldn't be eating that shit. Like, I don't eat paper bags and fucking plastic straws.
Good luck to animals.
Yo, I don't care. Like, it's not my fault. Like I said, though, I'm not gonna actively go pollute and stuff like that. But, like, I personally think, like, the precautions that we take, for example, like changing from, like, the paper straws, will not do anything for the earth.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like,
it's the Matrix attack.
It will definitely not do anything for the earth.
Yo, I want to talk about bull run.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bull run. So, I mean, the S&P climbed over 20%, which is officially a bull market.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it happened previously in bear markets where it went up 20% and then it crashed again.
Mm-hmm.
I think this time is different, but we'll see what happens.
Why do you think it's different?
I think it's different because the economic indicators were flashing recession but are improving a bit. Like the labor market's still strong, which I thought was not sustainable, but it's proven me wrong. It's been like 2-3 years. It's very strong, like unemployment at all-time lows. PMI, which is like manufacturing indexes and stuff, are like in recession zone but are bouncing back. And inflation's coming down. I think what they're doing is working.
Do you think we ever entered a recession?
Yeah. I think mid last year, for like 2 quarters, we were in a recession, but it was a mild recession.
Yeah.
So now they're saying, a lot of what are they called? Economists are saying 2024 might be a recession, but I mean, the market's forward looking, so it crashed and now it's bouncing back up. I think we're out of it. Crypto should bounce back in Q4 2023, if not Q1 2024. And that bull run should last till 2025, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2026 is where I would be a bit cautious. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm pretty excited. I mean, I've been averaging in the markets during the downturn and finally seeing results. I mean, I bought Meta under 100. Yeah. I bought Nvidia like close to 100. Tesla close to 100. Like pretty generational opportunities.
All I have is Shopify.
Well, but you bought it near the lows too.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But to be honest, like that's one company that like I vouched for forever.
For sure.
But with reason, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. Shopify has never failed to let me down.
But here's one thing I say.
Shopify has never let me down. Yeah, they've never let me down.
Here's one thing I'm gonna say. So right now, I think, based on a lot of people that are good in the markets that I follow, and my experience, I think we do fall like 10% from here at least. So that'll correct us through September. I think in August, September, and maybe October we'll get a correction of like 10% pullback, and that's when everyone should load the boat. Yeah, like load your bags, because I think we get a nice run for like a year and a half at least. Yeah, a solid run. So we'll see, because when they start cutting rates, that'll fuel everything. Yeah, equities and the real estate market is bouncing back as well. Yeah, with these high rates. So as soon as they start cutting, I think a lot of FOMO is gonna happen.
That's the thing too. I don't even need to lock in my rate until January. Yeah, Q4.
Yeah, and they're estimating 1 rate cut by then, but also 2 rate hikes. Yeah. So you might be at the same rate as now.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think I'll be pretty fucking cheesed. I know we talked about this, but I think it'll be fucking cheesed if we miss this opportunity. If we don't make a lot of money in e-com to dump it into stocks and crypto. Yeah. I think we should load the boat from now till like Q1 2024, even Q2. I think first half of 2024 won't be too exciting. Yeah. But then the second half will be explosive, and 2025 should be very explosive as well. So I definitely think we can 10x at best. Like I'm saying conservative 10x. For sure. Our money in the markets in the next 2 years. Then we're set. For sure. And if we miss this opportunity, then we won't get another one. Like historically speaking, for crypto, for another, like let's say we miss the next 2 years, it'll reset like 3-4 years after. So then that's like 7 years from now. Better not miss this opportunity. So bro, I don't want to stay broke for another 7 years.
For sure. Yeah, but you know what I noticed too? There's something, I think it drops tomorrow. Threads.
What is it?
It's Instagram's competition with Twitter. Yeah, tomorrow. So I mean, I don't know what type of impact that's gonna have on ecom, but I've been seeing a lot of people on ecom start moving over to Twitter, right? So obviously, like that's just Facebook's platform, Facebook and Instagram's ad platform. Yeah. But it's obviously like a new type of advertising that people could probably get involved into. So it's probably not all that evolved, and there's maybe not much to look into it as of right now, as far as like what the capabilities are and like optimization, ad strategies and whatnot. Yeah. But I definitely do think that it's giving an opportunity for obviously a comeback on Facebook this year. And I know the past like 6-7 months, a lot of people have started to do well on Facebook again. So I think it's like, you know, a new thing that people can definitely get involved into and to start to take off with.
It's definitely interesting. Have Twitter metrics been good?
You know, I never tested like dropshipping stores on Twitter. I ran a couple lead gen ads on there. Nothing crazy. I was kind of just trying to see like how it optimized and stuff like that. I never really scaled it or played around with it excessively. But yeah, very, very similar to TikTok as far as like the CPMs and stuff.
Oh, okay, that's really good. Yeah. Kind of surprised.
Yeah.
I know they hit an all-time high in users last week. Yeah. So that's good.
For sure.
I mean, I think Elon's actually done a very good job with Twitter. Minus the thing he released like 2 days ago where there was like a limit. I don't know if you saw.
It said it was temporary though.
Yeah, it was temporary, but I think they were just experimenting. But yeah, he got shot on.
Yeah, but he always gets shot on. Yeah. And then he's right.
Yeah. I mean, that's, I think, the only thing I ever disagreed with him.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, one last thing that I want to touch on. I know we don't have that much time right now. One last thing I want to touch on. for everybody that looks into like the e-com space, right? I've heard like one common denominator, or like one common thing that a lot of people say when they look at e-com. They're like, okay, why are a lot of gurus and a lot of these people like moving over to agency base, and like a lot of them don't actually run stores, a lot of them don't know how to run ads, and all that stuff. And I think people don't understand that like drop shipping doesn't equate to e-com. And I also think that people don't understand the skill set that you acquire drop shipping can be used to push you forward in a bunch of different places. And I just think for me, like, drop shipping was never the end game for me. Like, by all means, like, I don't have any problem if that's what, you know, was supporting my life forever. But at the same time, like, that's not really what I wanted to be doing it forever. Yeah. I never wanted to be drop shipping forever. I do like, you know, the space in the area, but I'm much more intrigued by, like, being in the agency space and being able to provide value to people and being able to have, like, a direct impact on a community. Yeah. Like, I just feel like drop shipping, you go out, you take this water bottle, you go post it, you run your ads, people buy it, yeah, you make your money, but it's not of any value, you know? Yeah. And it just
change anyone's life.
Exactly, but it doesn't excite me. Yeah. You know, like, you'll hit a 10, 20K day on a drop shipping store, and it's cool, whatever. But like for your agency, it's like, okay, this person and this person, I affected their lives, you know? Hopefully, obviously in a positive way. Yeah. So that's why, like, I don't know, I like the agency space a lot better. And I just feel like a lot of people getting into e-com and a lot of beginners don't understand, like, business is about the skill set. It's not about the actual model. And that skill set can be used elsewhere. Yeah. You know, like, if I were, you know, just because I was in drop shipping, I was good at video editing. And then I was good at, you know, let's say product research, web development, this and that. And now I could go start different, like, businesses. I could go start, like, a web development agency if I wanted to. Yeah. You know, and people just don't understand that and don't get how to move forward in business. Yeah.
It's pretty difficult. Yeah. And same thing with me for trading. Like, I mean, I do enjoy making money off of it. Yeah. But I don't enjoy staring at the screen all day. Like, it's also not the end goal for me. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be doing that for the longest time. I also want to impact people's lives and teach people how to trade and change their lives. Yeah. That makes me more fulfilled and happy than making a 2-3K day. Yeah. Trading, you know?
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, when I look at it, and I don't know if I've said this on the pod, but I've had this conversation multiple times over the past couple of weeks, and it's like, I'm not in a position where I'm, like, intrigued by money anymore. And, like, when I was younger, bro, like, I got into drop shipping, like I said, like, I went to buy an $8,000 Mercedes, and it was beat up. Like, it was a beater. Yeah. Well, crazy shit. But, like, at the end of the day,
wait, why did you end up not buying it?
But yeah, I just didn't care about it anymore. Like, once I started doing well in e-com, first of all, it was like a year and a half later. And second of all, like,
you're like, I can get that 60K AMG.
Yeah. And, like, it wasn't even about the car anymore. Like, I didn't really care. Like, I was driven by something different. You know, at first, I was driven by being able to achieve, like, this, you know, like, piece of garbage, basically. You know, like, I'm driven by being able to acquire a car, like, achieving this milestone and this milestone. As we're now, it's like, I'm motivated by growth and I'm driven by growth. And my growth in my mind doesn't equate to, the growth in my mind doesn't equate to me validating buying, like, this materialistic object. You know, it's more so now I'm at a point where it's like, that's something I want. I could definitely work towards it, but if I want it, I'm gonna get it
for sure.
Right? Yeah. And it has nothing to do with the business. It's like, if I want it, I'm gonna get it, but it's not even about the business. Yeah, yeah. Right? So yeah, I just don't equate business to, like, my self gains and, like, my life.
For sure.
Yeah. So I don't know, bro. Like, I just feel like people don't understand money for what it actually is, its use case. Yeah. And the fact that money is basically just, like, the world's debt.
It is.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's about it for me, though. Like, when it comes to all that stuff, like, I work towards different types of goals and achievements nowadays.
Sure, because, I mean, you achieved a lot of things that you thought was impossible a few years ago. So your goals are definitely boosted up now.
For sure.
And, yeah, I mean, I'm not at your status yet, but...
We're all the same place, bro.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, mine have been definitely boosted as of late. Yeah. For the past year, but... Yeah.
Like, what do you see yourself being driven by?
I mean, there's still a few dreams, like, getting a Tesla, even though that I could get it. It's just like I'm waiting. A Rolex is another thing. Just acquiring as many properties just because I love it.
Bro, I was thinking about that shit yesterday. Like, I want to buy one like every month.
Me too. Bro, easiest tax write-off, and it's just fresh. Like, I was looking at cribs yesterday, and we were talking about it. I saw one in Greece for like 100,000 euros. Yeah. Which is, I think, 140K Canadian, something like that. Yeah. I want to get one in Greece, so I'm gonna get that. Get one in Dubai, because Dubai's fucking fresh. I'll get one. I already have one in Ottawa/Gatineau. I'll get one in the States, hopefully. Yeah. Then I want to get one somewhere else in Europe, just so I can go like from Greece, then probably go east. So somewhere, it's actually a shithole though in France and Italy, but maybe Monaco. Who knows? Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, bro. I want to buy one every month. Like, I was thinking, I'm like, yo, if in bit life, I can buy a house like every day, and I hold them for like 15, 20 years, and then I make a shit ton of money. Yeah. Like, why can you literally not do that in real life? I think you can, bro. I want like 1,000. Yeah. Like 100,000. Let's do the math on that. So, 1,000, let's say $2,000 a month on average. You're at $2 million a month. Yeah. Word. That's fresh. But yeah, I definitely don't think it's impossible. Like, think about this. Had a 250K month, right? That buys you 3 cribs. Yeah. Well, I mean, low-key can buy you more. I'm just breaking it down. If you think about it from a standpoint of 70 grand down, so I'm talking about like 20% down. Yeah, I'm thinking 10% rental. I'm going by a Grant Cardone 10x rule. Because it's a that's so funny, but because if it's a rental, it has to be 20%, unless you do Gish. Yeah. That's why I'm 10x. Grant Cardone 10x rule. He says, $1 million in real estate can buy you 10 mil. Yeah. 10x rule. Yeah, I definitely think these guys have cheat codes. Oh, they definitely do. Yeah. But it is what it is. Like, I realize in like most people that are successful, like, bend the rules. Definitely, and there's obviously like loopholes to certain things. That's what I realized. It's just money glitches. It is, and they're legal. Yeah, we're just fucking too broke to learn this right now. Yeah, but cool. They're about 40 minutes now. I have a haircut in 8 minutes. I'm gonna make it on time. Yeah, let's end this right now. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, please smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below. And I mean, that being said, you have anything else to say to close it off? We're good, no? Cool. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.